Welcome back, my dear students. So now in this video, we're going to be showing some of the categories right here. Now I'm going to be showing you two methods to show your categories right here. And then we're going to be taking a look at which method you like the most so you can keep on with that. So let's take a look at the first method of showing the categories, and then we're going to be designing the other method. So right here, you can see that we have got this right here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to click add a new section. And now we will be selecting 3 columns over here. And you can see we have got 3 columns. Now, once you are done with that, now what we will be doing is that we will be showing the category images, and then we're going to be working up with it. So first of all, what we will be doing is that we will be adding a text here. And this text is going to be for clothing. All right, you can just name it to be clothings as well. And similarly, now we're going to be going ahead and now we're going to be designing this. So first of all, we will go ahead and we will go to the edit column over here. And now we will go into the style. And now we will select a classic. And now we will add a background image to this column. All right, we will go ahead and we will click choose image, and we will be choosing an image that works pretty great for the clothing. So you can go ahead and you can use this or this. So let's suppose that I want to use this image. I will go ahead and I will add this, and you can see that this clothings is right here. Now, this is, you can see that this is how this image is looking, but we want to see it more of the image. So what we will be doing is that we will be clicking on this grid icon here, and we will be adding a spacer at the top, and we will be adding another spacer at the bottom right here so that we can see the image in a perfect way. And we will be just using like 90 pixels from this side, and let's select this and let's add 90 pixels from this side as well. All right, so this is how this clothing image is coming. Now what we need to do is that we need to align this image. So what we will do is that we will click on edit column, and we will go to the style. And now we will go into the position, and we will set its position to be in a center, and center kind of works better. Similarly, you can even set this to like top center, and you can see that this is how it's looking. The top center is looking, so top center kind of works better in my way. And right here, you can see that this is how it's looking. Now what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will apply a background overlay onto this, and we will select a classic color, and we will choose it to be the black color. All right, and you can see that the black color is working effectively. And now we will go ahead and we will click on edit heading, and we will change its heading color to be white, and we will choose the font to be the Open Sans that we have been using throughout our website. So we will go ahead and we will change this to Open Sans, and we will set the weight to be 400. All right, and just like that, it works perfectly okay. Similarly, you can just set this to uppercase so that all the letters are actually capitalized. And I'm going to be choosing the default one. And right here, now what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will get this button, and we will just basically copy this button. We will come up here and we will paste this button, and you can see that now we've got this shop now. All right, so instead of this shop now, you can go ahead and you can click on view. All right, so you can just do it like that. And similarly for the icon, you can just go ahead and you can just search for like a clothing icon if they have it right here. And if they do not have it, you can just take a look at like an eye icon over here, and you can just add that, and it's gonna, when anyone will click on it, you can redirect them to the clothing page. So let's just go ahead and let's open up the clothing page over here. And this is the clothing link. All right, this is the clothing link for our clothing category. So what we're going to do is that we're going to copy this link, and now we're going to come up here, and we're going to just click edit button, and we're going to paste the link over here. All right, and now since I do not want this icon over here, what I will do is that I will set this to none. And when you set this to none, make sure to increase the icon spacing and then decrease it and set this to 0 so that it is basically the same. And now let's go into the styling, and in the border radius, let's set this to 0 so that this is fully square. All right, and now if you take a look at it, you can see this is how it's looking. Similarly, now we're going to be applying another text heading over here. And now we will change the tag from heading 2 to actually a paragraph so that it is just very much smaller in size. And now what we will do is that we will change it to be look better everywhere, and now we will go ahead and we will change it to be like this, the white color, and we will choose the open sans. And now we will set the weight to be 300. So 300 is very much less, so we will choose it to be 400. And right here you can see that this is how it's looking. So we've got clothing, and we've got this like a paragraph right here. Now we've got this button. So now once you're done with that, now what we need to do is to like work with the hover effects. So if someone will bring his mouse, what we will do is that we will first of all change the column background overlay to be removed. So what we will do is that we will go into the edit column, style, and then just go into the background overlay and select hover. So if someone will hover on it, then what we will do is that we will say that we do not want the background overlay, or in other words, we need it to be 100% transparent. All right. Now, if you go ahead and you bring your mouse, you can see how this effect is working. Similarly, on the button, if someone just brings his mouse to the button, then we will go into the style and go to the hover right here. And now we will change its color to be black, and we will change the text color to be white. So just see this, how it's just getting changed. All right. So let's just go ahead and let's take a look at it. You can see how this effect is working. And if someone will click on this view button, he will be taken there to that particular category page. Similarly, now what we need to do is to design these as well. So instead of going ahead and designing them, what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will duplicate it. And now we will go ahead and we will delete this, and we will go ahead and we will delete this. And now we've got clothing, clothing, and clothing. So for this one, what we will do is that we will just click on edit column, and we will come up here and we will change the image. And for this image, we're going to be using a mobile image, so that this is right here. And instead of clothing, we will change this to mobiles. All right, and we will change the tagline is right here. And let's just go ahead and let's take a look at this button. And instead of using that, we will go ahead and we will take a look at the mobile product category. So let's just search for mobile. And yeah, it's just getting us the pages and the product. So what we will do is that instead of just searching it, we will go into the product category of mobile, and we will copy this link of that. And now we will go ahead and on this button, we will go ahead and we will paste the link over here. And right here, we are also done with the mobiles as well. Now, the last one is actually this one. So let's just go ahead and let's change this. And for this one, we will be choosing another image. And let's take a look at like which image can we use. So we can use headphones, or we can use watches. All right, so let's add this. And here, and let's change this to watches. And let's change this button, and you can go ahead and you can add the watches. If you have a watches category, you can add that. And you can see that how this design is working. But now we have to design it in a much better way. So how do we design it? First of all, we will go ahead and we will click on edit section, and now we will go into the height, and we will select a minimum height, and now we will go ahead and we will do it just like that. We will increase the minimum height so that we do have some spacing from the top and this right here. And the width of this is going to be 1200 pixels, so that it just matches the entire website layout that we have been using. And similarly, now we need to give some spacing from this side and from this side. So how we're going to do that? We have to use the margins or paddings. Now what we need to do is that we need to give spacing from outside onto the right side. So what we need to do for outside spacing, we use margins. All right, so what we will do is that we will uncheck this, and now we need to give spacing outside. All right, so we will say that we needed 20 pixels outside, and you can see that 20 pixels has been given outside. Now 20 pixels is kind of a bit a lot, so we will go ahead and we will choose this to be 15. And now we will select this column, go to the advanced, and just add 15 pixels over here. And there we go, it is working like that. So we've got clothing, mobile, and watches. And they're working perfectly okay. Similarly, now if you want it to be much more bigger in size, then you can go ahead and you can go into the spacing and you can set this to be like, let's suppose that if you need it for 120 pixels, you can do that. And now you can go ahead and you can copy it and paste the styling over here so that it just matches that. Paste the styling over here, paste the styling over here, and paste the styling over here, and paste the styling over here. And right here you can see that this is how it's looking. But if you take a look at one thing right here, you can see that the image is actually repeating, all right? And the image is repeating right here. So we want to get rid of that. So what you can do is that you can select this, go to the edit column, and then go into the style. And here it says size, all right? Just set this to custom and set the image to be 100%. And now just go ahead and set this to no repeat. And you can see that this is how this image is looking, but we wanted to take the full width of it, all right? Like just zoom it as much as it can. So what we will do is that we will change it to be cover. And on just changing it to be cover, you can see that how amazing it's looking. So now what we will do is that we will select edit column and use the style, and we will change this to cover right here. And you can see that right now how it's looking. So we've got clothing, mobile, and watches as well, and every of the category are working like that. Similarly, now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the other method of going ahead and doing that. Let's just go ahead and let's create a section, and this time what we will be doing is that we will be adding one single column. And now what we will be doing is that we will be adding a heading, all right? And in this heading, what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will change this to categories, all right? And now what we will do is that we will align this to center, and we will change the color to be black, and we will just choose the font to be Open Sans. And now we will increase the size just like that. And now we will go ahead and we will change the weight of it to be like very much sleek. And similarly, you can just transform it to be uppercase so that it's just going to be like categories just like that. And right down below, now we need 3 columns. So what we will do is that we will click on it over here. And now what we will need is that we need to add a column inside this column. So when you want to add column in a column, you use intersection, and now we have 2 columns. And now what we will be doing is that we will be going ahead and we will be copying this whole column, and we will go ahead and we will paste it here. All right, so just paste it here. And now what we will do is that we will delete this column, and now what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will delete this column. And let's go ahead and let's duplicate this column, and let's duplicate this column. So right here, this is actually another method if you want to add a heading as well. All right. And now what we will be doing is that we will be getting rid of this, and we will be getting rid of this, and similarly we will be getting rid of this, and we will be getting rid of this, and we will be getting rid of everything that we have over here. So now we've got these clothings, all right? Now what we will do is that we will select this, and we will align this to center. We will select this, we will click on it, and we will align this to center, and we will select this, and we will align this to center. And this one is going to be actually for the mobile. So let's change the image, and let's choose the mobile here. Let's go ahead and let's change this one, and let's change this to the watch. All right, so right here now you can see that this is the design of this, and now how you can go ahead and you can give some spacing. You can go to the edit section. You can select it to have a minimum height, and you can increase it just like that. All right, and you can see that how this is actually working, and we've got this right here. Now, how you basically give this a link, what you need to do is to just go ahead and click on edit heading, and in here it says link. So what you can do is that you can go ahead and you can copy the link of this clothing category. All right, you can click on copy link address, and you can paste it over here. And now you can go ahead and you can basically publish this. So let's just go ahead and let's click update, and let's take a look at our website. So what we're going to do is that we're going to visit the website by just going to iglowshop.com, And right here, we've got this clothing, mobile, and watches. And I kind of like it this way. But if you want it to be this way, you can go ahead and you can do that. And when you will click on it, it will just redirect you there. So I kind of like it basically this way. So I'll be going ahead and I'll be just deleting this, and I'll be just deleting this section that I have. And this is how basically it's looking. So now we are also done with our categories. All right, so stay tuned, guys, and bye-bye.